here we go. I'm going to count us down in 3, 2. It is time for our quick fire 5 with Billy Polson. Billy is the founder and co-owner of DIAKADI Fitness, and he's also the owner of the Business Movement, which is a consulting company that focuses on branding, operations, and system development for personal trainers and boutique studio owners. Billy, welcome to the Quick Fire 5.
Thanks, Dori. I'm psyched to be here.
All righty. We are really excited to have you here. I know this has been in the making for a long time. So let's hear your answers for your answer for question number 1. What is a life lesson you learned from the pandemic?
Well, my big takeaway is that just because every single other person in our industry is doing something, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the right direction for me to take my business. And I'm specifically talking about virtual fitness. It has been a lesson that I've worked with several of my clients on over the last couple of years. If you are not psyched to be jumping out of bed and running your business and developing your brand, then just because everyone else is doing it does not mean you should do it. Creatively tweak it until you find something you're psyched to do.
Okay. And if you could play a character in any movie, what character would it be?
I was born to play Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, come on. It's a Southern California surfer who's got a telephone booth that's a time machine that you can travel anywhere in history in the world and get to experience all these things that we've read about and heard about. So how could you not say yes to that?
And you know what? You also have to add Wayne's World, that dynamic duo. They kind of like go, oh, wait, and Beavis and Butthead. That's all like the same time era.
I'm just thankful that you knew what the movie was. I asked my barber the other day, I was like, you know Bill and Ted's, right? He was like, no. I'm like, no.
I think we're probably around the same age. I just gave that away. Yeah. All right, here we go. Please complete this sentence. Sunday morning, you can find me.
Oh, my Sunday mornings are like my own version of church. I protect my Sunday mornings for adventures with my husband and my 2 German Shepherds. And specifically this time of year, ideally they are Tahoe adventures in Tahoe, California, especially in the side country, hiking with the dogs and snowboarding down the hill with the dogs. If you have not snowboarded down the hill with your dog running full speed down the hill beside you, you have not experienced true joy. It is the most wonderful thing in the world.
Oh, well, I have a golden retriever that would love to experience that.
Yes.
So, yeah. All righty. Now, how about a book recommendation for all of our FBP family out there?
Definitely. During the pandemic, I started Michael McCalloway's. He has a new book. He has so many amazing books, but his most recent one is called Get Different. First of all, it spoke to me because it literally is the same topic you and I are going to talk about. It is about the idea of being unique and stand out and unexpected in your marketing. So it truly spoke directly to my soul and really what my goals are for so much of the lessons and so much of the work I'm doing with clients in 2022. So Get Different by Michael McCalloway's.
All righty. And I feel like you kind of already just gave us a little bit of an elevator pitch, but I'm going to still give you the stage and just give your elevator pitch on why everybody should come back next week to tune in for your episode.
I'm going to challenge each of you. I want you to take an honest look at your marketing, your customer experience, and your products and services. Now, if they are not truly blowing the minds of your target customer in unique and again, unexpected ways, if you are not successfully doing that, you have to come back in a week. And we're going to talk about actionable items in all 3 of those areas to guarantee that you will become that standalone leading option in your market.
All right. You said it better than I could. Hey, everybody out there, come on back for Billy Polson next week. And we talk about be an unexpected branding pioneer. Done.
Sweet. Is that all right? Lengthwise?
Yep. That was perfect. Perfect.
Awesome.
Just enough. Outstanding. All
I'm
right.
so glad you knew Bill and Ted's. Oh my gosh. I was just like, when my barber said no, I was like, oh no. And then I thought, it's like, oh my God, do they know Bill and Ted's in Australia?
It's okay. We get that all the time. What did somebody somebody gave one the other day that we laughed the same thing. We're like, depending on how old you are, you're gonna have no clue who that person was. But yet to me, it was somebody like, how could you not know who that is? But we were like, I forget who it was. I'll think about it like tonight, laying in bed, like at 10 o'clock. I'll be like,
exactly.
Who it was. I had a lady, she was a GM. She's a GM at a club out in Arkansas. And
okay.
her and I would have never, like I would have never put this together. Her character would be Vivian from Pretty Woman. And I was like, oh, like,
wow.
She's just like, I loved her. She's like, she just was ballsy and didn't care what anybody thought about her. And he was just like, look at those legs. Like, I was just like, oh.
I love where people's minds go. That's amazing.
Yeah. She just kind of took a really fun approach to, like, you know, Vivian and Pretty Woman. She's like, who wouldn't want to live in a penthouse and, you know, go shopping on Rodeo Drive? It was just like really cool. I was like, that's a good one. Because most of the time I get the Avengers, somebody that's in like the Avengers. I get like,
oh no, like superheroes?
I get that all the time. I'm like,
I have to admit, like, I told Mike, my husband, this, and I was like, I could never really say this, but you don't know me, but I am probably one of the most nice, like, I could never be mean to anyone kind of guy. And secretly, I really wish I could be Miranda Priestley, like one day, and just come in and throw my bag down and not give a crap about anyone else. I wish so badly. It's just my black swan.
Yeah. That's all, or something. Just to say something like that's all, or dismissed, or something.
It's so good. I could never do it.
That's a good one.
It's a good one, right? And even just Black Swan, like just being Black Swan one day and just like being mean. I could never do it, but oh, it'd be so good just to like one day not give a crap about anything.
You know, it's funny, and then we'll get started because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm kind of like you. I usually am not like, I'm just usually nice, or, you know, but every once in a blue moon, like if I'm just like, I've had enough, you know, there is a breaking point for me. It's pretty far.
Yeah.
But if I do get like, I don't know, snippy or short, oh my God, everybody's like, what's wrong with Dori? What's wrong with Dori?
It's like world altering.
Yeah, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm just annoyed for once. Like for once, I'm annoyed. Like you annoyed me, final, you know? But
like, could I not be normal?
Why can that girl over there be like a total bitch all the time? I'm like, once a year, I get like, I've had enough. And then they're like,
yep.
Oh my God, what's the matter with Dori? And I'm like, oh my God, I just sent the whole place in a frenzy. You know?
Now, have you literally actively had to like teach yourself to be like more blunt or more like just honest at times? Like that's been a learning lesson in life for me.
Yeah, it's still really hard for me. Because I'll joke things off a lot when I'm kind of really, you know, annoyed, and then people don't get it. But I will say this about myself. I always do say, I love the saying, like, don't mistake kindness for weakness. Like I will be as nice as I can to you, and I'll do whatever, and I got your back. But then I'm also not a fool. And if you're going to take advantage of me, or you're going to continue to be like mean or rude, then I do get a little like, okay, that's enough, you know. But
did you grow up in the South?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm from North Carolina. That's why I asked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. You're from UNC. I saw that. I have that.
Oh, yeah.
I have that in my notes here. So, yeah, no, I'm from PA. We just moved here 2 years ago because
gotcha.
We were tired of the snow, and we were like, let's go somewhere warm and by the ocean. So I live on a little island right out in Florida called Anastasia Island, and the beach is right over there.
Oh my God, that sounds so gorgeous.
Nice. All right, well, let's get started. Now we're going to try to go about 20 minutes, Billy. Okay. I got my little clock here. So it's 21. So I'll just keep my eye on it, but maybe somewhere, give or take around 8:40,
Okay.
we'll try to wrap things up. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to introduce you again. And then pretty much I'm going to get right into like, hey, what does it mean to be an unexpected branding pioneer? And then we'll kind of loosely follow along these questions. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
And
That sounds great.
then we'll kind of wrap it up, and then we're going to rewind, and then we'll go to the Fitspitspiration, which is what are your 3 tips for becoming a branding pioneer. Now, some people like to look at that as a summary, and they'll pick three points out of what they talked about. Some people will use it as completely new material. Does not matter. Just try to make it more like, okay, step 1 or the tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, or first, second, third. Just kind of make it, it's not real long. It's again, kind of just like a short little segment.
That sounds perfect.
Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's see if I can get this introduction correct twice.
You nailed it last time. That's awesome.
Welcome back, everybody, for another episode of the Fitness Business Podcast. Today, our expert with us is Billy Polson. Billy is the founder and co-owner of DIAKADI Fitness. He's also the owner of the Business Movement, which is a consulting company that focuses, Matt, there, I just told you. No, it's mental. Let's try that again. Welcome back, everybody, for another episode of the Fitness Business Podcast. Today, our expert is Billy Polson. Billy is the founder and co-owner of DIAKADI Fitness, and he's also the owner of the Business Movement, which is a consulting company that focuses on branding, operations, and system development for personal trainers and boutique studio owners. Billy, welcome to the Fitness Business Podcast.
Thank you so much, Dori. It's so good to meet you.
So glad to have you on. We've been trying for a while to get you on, and finally, the start here of the new year, we're able to get our calendars on the same page. So thank you for coming on today.
I am psyched and honored. Thank you.
Yes, I'm really excited about your topic, and that's, you're going to talk about branding, but like be, an unexpected branding pioneer. And I'm just curious, how do we go from holding a bachelor's of science in statistics from UNC
Here's the journey.
to being a branding expert? Real quickly, how do we get from point A to point B in about 20 seconds? Go ahead.
Oh, that's an excellent question. So it has been a journey. I'll give the first blunt answer. My mom made me major in math. My mom would not let me major in what I wanted to major in. So the math major came along, but all the time I was a coach or a group exercise instructor on the side. I was doing technology all day and fitness all night. And slowly I transferred away from technology, and 26 years ago, started doing full-time personal training. It has been a journey, but the way that I got to where I am today, after 23 years of independent training, 17 years running a facility, so much of that time I spent doing grassroots learning of how to build my brand, how to stand out in unexpected ways. Back when the fitness industry was totally different, there was no social media, there was barely even a web presence. So a lot of the lessons that I've learned of running that independent practice and developing it, the same building our boutique studio, DIAKADI Fitness, over the last almost 18 years, so many of those lessons, I want to pay it forward and help folks with building their brands and finding their ultimate success. I have to do a quick shout out. I just found out 45 minutes ago, DIAKADI Fitness, we've been open almost 18 years now. For the 16th time out of those 18 years, over 16 years, we've been named to the best gyms list in San Francisco, and we just got named again for 2022. So it is an excellent day. I'm here to celebrate with you, Dori.
Well, congratulations to you and your entire staff. Well deserved to everybody.
Thank you.
Great honor. So I think a lot of people can relate to your journey. Just with me interviewing all these guests, week after week, I hear a lot of people talk about kind of the same route with their fitness journey like yourself. So a lot of people can relate. It's pretty exciting. So Speaking of exciting, let's talk about what it means to be unexpected branding pioneer.
Definitely. As you said, I work with independent trainers, and the idea of a brand, sometimes it will feel like a foreign concept for trainers. They're like, no, I just want to train. I just want to be doing fitness. But the idea of whether you're a boutique studio owner or a trainer, of developing and really nourishing a rich and all encompassing brand, it is truly vital, especially in 2022. It is so vital to the idea of trying to stand out in your marketplace. Sure, you could run a business, you could run a boutique studio, and it just be about your logo and fitness programming, but your brand is literally it exudes from every moment you have with a client, every element in your marketing, all of your products and services and how you're delivering them. That is the idea of your brand. And your job is to go above and beyond in offering all of those ideas in, again, above and beyond and unexpected ways. Our market, the fitness industry, is global now. So our competitive market is global. We're competing against people all across the world for the same type of services now. So now more than ever, your brand has to be unexpectedly unique. It has to truly like shock the pants off of people and rattle their cage and get them to stop the scroll so they will pay attention to you and the idea of possibly working with you. It's definitely more important now than ever.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you the question, but you kind of already answered it is, when it comes to branding, like true or false, is it just about your logo? But you already
Uh,
kind of said it's
oh my
not just
gosh.
about the logo.
So much more. And I really believe it's every single element, every moment that you have with a client. You're trying to take all those moments and all those marketing opportunities and really make them so memorable that your clients are talking about you at dinner parties and your clients are posting information about you on social media. Your job is to make everyone who is in contact with you your marketing team. Their word, spreading their word, is so much more powerful than any marketing you can do yourself. So that is your goal. And that's why your brand is so much more than just your logo and your colors and your fonts. It's so much more than that.
I love that you just said that everyone you come in contact with should be a part of your marketing team. That's brilliant. I love that.
For sure.
So let's take your definition of unexpected branding pioneer and let's give an example for a gym owner.
Definitely. First of all, let's start with the idea of expected versus unexpected. This is something that all of our business movement clients and all of us in-house that we've been focusing on as we head into 2022. So as a gym owner, let's start with your marketing. Think about what's expected in marketing as a gym owner or a studio owner. That you expect the website to be kind of a clean business card and show some facility shots and probably some folks working out and maybe there's stock photos. We'll talk about those in a second. But you expect it to just have a clear representation of some fitness. Now, unexpected, which is what our goals are. Unexpected would be, first of all, absolutely no stock photos. If any of you have stock photos on your website right now, that is your number one first piece of homework. But unexpected would be not just showing photos of kettlebells and photos of an empty gym. It would be showing the connectivity of a day in the life of your customers using your products and services. That's the responsibility that you have in marketing, is truly, again, exemplifying what it would be like to use your products and services and how you will improve their lives. So your photos, your videos, again, your testimonials and kind of hearing from the words of your customers, that is what I'm challenging all of you to go above and beyond in your marketing and presenting those ideas that, again, are unexpected, not what you would typically expect to see from a gym or especially an independent studio owner.
It's interesting you talk about testimonials because I just feel like the younger generation is all about reviews and testimonials. It's just funny how it's changed so much. I know with my daughter, she's always reading reviews, testimonials. She wants to hear what other people say. Me being from the, the other generation, that's not my first, thought process. I'm more apt to like ask somebody if they know about this place, or do you know about this product, or have you tried it? So I find that interesting. You talk about testimonials.
And it's interesting. So it does sound like you, even though you may not go and search for them, you would ask for them, right? Like you're asking friends. And so you, in some ways, you're still kind of using social proof. There's a statistic that says 80% of customers are going to read some type of review or testimonial before they make any purchase. 80%, that's 4 out of 5 people. And then there's another stat, very similar, 86% of folks or potential customers, they trust those reviews more than they trust what you say about your own business. They trust them rather than what you would write in your own marketing. So again, 4 out of 5 customers are using that social proof. So that is one of the first pieces of advice I would give you as you're heading out and you're trying to build your marketing for 2022. Take full advantage of your customers and their testimonials. Make sure that you are consistently gathering new testimonials. Make sure they're spread throughout all your marketing. Their words are so much more powerful than any words or text or photos that you could ever have. So make sure you're using those.
I completely agree with you 100%. So now we talked about the gym owner and unique branding for them. Let's talk about maybe a personal trainer who's training in a park.
Which is so appropriate now. Let's use the customer experience as the example for them. So a personal trainer that's in a park, the customer experience, you would probably have pretty low level expectations of what you expect to find, right? Minimal equipment, maybe a plastic bottle of water from like a multi-pack from Costco, and they got maybe a sweat towel out there for you. But think about what could you do at an unexpected level as a personal trainer in a park. First of all, it is since barely pennies if you have like a thermos of coffee from your local coffee roaster and you have a nice cup of coffee waiting out there for them every morning, or some hot water and a tea, or maybe you have your green smoothie, your number one favorite green smoothie that they get a shot of as they leave. What can you do to, again, rattle the cage? Have it unexpected when they walk out to that field, blow their mind of what is actually out there in the customer experience that you're offering. I'm not asking you to do expensive things. I'm asking you to get creative with doing things that don't cost a lot of money, but would be really, really, again, memorable, and have it so that they talk about it at dinner parties.
So I love the fact that you say blow their minds. I love that. That's such a great way to look at it. And I think you're right. They could kind of look at what they're already doing that maybe everybody else is doing, and then maybe take it a step further. It sounds like you're recommending.
And you just hit the nail on the head. In order to do this, one of the first steps is research. One of the first steps is knowing what is everyone in your competitive market doing on a baseline. First, it's going to take knowing your competitors. That's one of the first questions I ask every client. Tell me your top 3 competitors. If that's not a knee-jerk reaction that you know in 5 seconds, that's, again, your first piece of homework. Know your competition, which is very different in 2022 than it was in 2021 and 2020. Again, Peloton, Soul Cycle, any type of tonal, all those home gym workouts are your competitors, in addition to the trainer beside you in a park, in addition to the boutique studio down the street. So know your competition, the first piece of research. The second piece of research I'll give you to think outside the box is go to non-fitness industry businesses and brands and study their intake process. How are they doing their marketing? What are the ways that they're reaching out to potential customers, or when you become a new customer, how are they connecting with you in unique ways? Look outside of our industry to really get those creative, amazingly unique ideas and bring them back. Like, that's one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. Do the research in industry as well as outside of it.
Now you talk about three pillars to unexpected branding, to be an unexpected branding pioneer. Let's look at each one. First one, can you tell me about marketing and what do you think will be the most valuable use of a gym owner's time and budget?
Gotcha. The first thing on marketing, and this is kind of similar to what I was mentioning during the teaser last week. Know your customers and know their marketing methods. Make sure that you're very aware of exactly how your target customers would find you. And sometimes that can be a way that you aren't currently using to market. Just because everyone and their brother is on Instagram does not mean that's how your target customer would find you. So you have to be very smart and strategic in knowing your target customer and knowing them well enough to know where would they search for someone who's offering your services. That's the first thing. Once you know those typical or those target marketing methods, let's say it's maybe reading your local publication. Let's say it's a Google search, and let's say it's maybe Yelp, like they're writing reviews on Yelp. Once you know those, that's where you aim all your firing power and you really focus all your budgets and time on upgrading and being very up to date in all of those areas. So again, being very strategic about where you're putting your time and money is my best piece of advice on all of your marketing. And then again, being unexpected. Look at all your competitors on those same marketing platforms. What are they doing? And how can you go above and beyond in really, again, stopping the scroll on your brand?
All right, pillar number two, customer experience. I can see how it can help retain members, but how will it drive new members into facilities?
It's that dinner party idea. It's that idea of if you are doing incredible things that are memorable to them. Like, okay, so I'll give the example of this. If a customer walks into your facility for the first time and they've never been to the gym, they don't typically go to the gym. Again, what they're expecting is they're hopefully expecting a nice person to greet them, and maybe again a plastic water bottle or free bottle of water, or even maybe just a water fountain. Reverse that, rewind. How can you recreate that first interaction with them in an unexpected level? Again, maybe they walk in the door, you know they're walking in the door, you know their first name. So you're like, hey, Dori, today's your first day with John. Welcome to the gym. We're psyched to have you. Here's a glass of water and with a little orange slice on top. We also have some seasonal tea around the corner if you want to grab that. I'm going to walk you back and show you the locker. I'll show you how to set up your locker. Think about what I call the 11-star experience. Dori, have you ever heard of that? The 11-star? It's something. It was Brian Chesky. He's the founder of Airbnb. It was an exercise that he did with all of his client or his team when they were trying to come up with their new Airbnb experiences. And it's a way of thinking far beyond the 5-star experience and just thinking out of this world creatively about, again, creating a moment that folks will talk about. That's the customer experience that I'm challenging you all to think about. Think out like 6 stars beyond the 5-star. If you haven't heard it, again, search Brian Chesky 11-star customer experience. It's a great interview to listen to.
All right, I wrote that one down, so I'll be sure to check that one out. Let's talk about the final pillar, products and services. So how do we focus on products and services?
Definitely. It all, again, it's going to start with your client. Think about your ideal target customer, the folks who you love working with, they love working with you the most. Think about what their main goals or their challenges or pain points are. Like let's say that they want to lose 30 pounds. They're coming to you for weight loss, which is one of the most common things that we have in the fitness industry. When they come to you, go get a chalkboard or a whiteboard and get a bunch of members on your team and sit in a room and brainstorm all of the products or services or even tools or resources that client will need in order to meet and achieve their goal. So let's say They need fitness programming. They need a thorough assessment. They need a movement screen. On the nutrition side, they definitely need some type of tracker for the nutrition, maybe a registered dietitian, maybe a personal chef service, maybe a meal planner. You're just trying to make a giant brainstorm list of all the products and services that that person would need. Once you have that list, then you kind of have the pick list of thinking, okay, what are all the things that we can pull underneath our brand that would create these comprehensive programs and products to help them meet their goals more quickly? So it starts with knowing your customer. It starts with creating that giant brainstorm list and then prioritize it based on what can you pull into your brand and offer as this unbelievable, again, efficient but comprehensive program to meet their goals. That's my best advice on that. As you head into 2022, start with that brainstorm.
All right, well, here comes my final question. This is going to be a tough one, but out of those 3 pillars, which one do you think everyone should focus on the most?
You know, 100% I'm going to have to go with customer experience. I almost even kind of cheated by mentioning it in both of the other elements, didn't I? In the marketing, your customer experience truly starts in your marketing. How they interact with your website is the customer experience of your website, right? Is it easy to use? Is it pleasurable? Is it fun? And then on the backside, the products and services, your customer experience is how you are presenting and sharing those products and services. So your customer experience, it almost is synonymous with brand because it does exude into every single element of how you're offering what you're offering. And it is, again, it's creating moments and opportunities for you to just connect with your clients and to give them these unforgettable memories and unique offerings that they can't help but talk to other people about. That's your goal. So customer experience is hands down where I'd put my money on that.
You know, it's interesting. I just had a facial, which I've had many, you know, over my few short years I've been here on this earth. But she did a couple of very small, I'm sure very inexpensive, different things that I left there and I just was totally wooed by just the small little different things that she did compared to all of the other places that I've been to. Again, minimal, but enhanced my customer experience greatly. I'm like, I'll be back because I ate it up. I loved it, you know.
And those little experiences, those tiny things,
Tiny.
that's where you get that creative inspiration. So what I would say is, just like you just did, Dori, everybody on this call, go out, go get a pedicure, go to your favorite spa, go to a nice restaurant, go to a hotel, look far outside of our industry for inspiration throughout marketing, throughout customer experience, throughout products and services. That's where you'll gain that creative, again, that inspiration to really go above and beyond. A lot of my clients, our business movement clients, they did not get into the fitness industry because they wanted to become a marketing pro. That is not the reason they did it. So being creative in these ways can be challenging. And that's why I try and link you all up with ideas that make it easier, ways or concepts of trying to gain that inspiration without having to just beat your head against the wall.
Well, Billy, thank you so much for coming on today. One of my biggest takeaways, what you just said, and that is just look at other places for inspiration. They're out there. You just sometimes have to pay attention to them. So thank you so much. I love all your expert advice, your tips, and most of all, your enthusiasm. I can tell how passionate you are about this, and that's great. It just excites everybody for 2022.
Thank you so much, Dori. And I mean this, if ever I can help you or anyone listening, I'm here to help. Don't hesitate to ever reach out to me.
Well, we certainly will make sure your contact information is directly linked with this show. So yes, anybody out there listening or watching has a question, they will follow up with you and you can just work with them directly. And hey, congratulations on your brand new award. That's awesome.
Thanks, Dori. I'm definitely going to go and celebrate with the dogs.
All right, fantastic. That was so great. You had so many, I wrote so many different quotes down. You had some really great ones.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. Thanks, man. That was fun. It's always
Yeah,
fun.
it goes so fast, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, for sure.
Okay, so now we're going to rewind. We're going to do the Fitspinspiration question. So that's a sponsored question for us. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you the question, which is, what are your top 3 tips for becoming a branding pioneer? You're going to run through them. And when you're done, just stop. There's no follow-up with this question at all.
Cool. That sounds good.
Okay.
And again, I point them out like number 1, boom, number 2, boom. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Got it.
Okay. All right, here we go. Billy, what are your top 3 tips to becoming a branding pioneer?
Number 1, research your market and also research outside your market to truly understand what are the other products and services and brands offered out there. This information is going to really help you with knowing how to create unexpected branding experiences. All right, research is number 1. Number 2, once you have that information, you have to differentiate in big ways, in bold and pioneering ways. Take an honest look at your brand and write down what you feel are the number 1 reason, the differentiators of why folks choose you over anyone else. Once you write down your number 1 differentiator, then ask yourself, how many other folks in your market have that same differentiator? If it's too many other people, then you've got to dig deeper. So differentiate in creative and unexpected ways. All right, number 3, and this is a little bit of a sidetrack, but as a business owner, you have to prioritize and calendar in weekly time where you are focusing on growing your business. Don't just get stuck in the day-to-day of running the operations and managing everyone and running around till your head's cut off. Make sure that you have calendared in. If it's just an hour, that's fine. If it's 4 hours a week, that's better. As many hours a week as you can calendar in to grow your business and develop it beyond what it is now. Those are the minutes and the hours that are going to help you get to the next level. So put it on your calendar and stick to it.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Awesome. Awesome. Dori, thank you so much. It was so good to meet you.
Oh, it was really, really nice to meet you. Now, any chance you're going to URSA this year in Miami? Do you go to URSA?
Yeah, I hope so. What month is that? I have applied for it, but we haven't heard back yet. So what month, do you know?
May, I believe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I turned in the application and I'm waiting to hear back. So yeah,
Okay.
ideally I'll be there speaking for sure.
Oh, good, good.
Awesome. Yeah, and if so, I will definitely reach out to you and let you know.
Please let me know. I'll be there. I'm hoping to speak as well, even though I didn't put my application in yet.
Dori. Oh my gosh, you have a little bit of inside scoop, I assume.
I have a little bit. So, but I have to seriously not take advantage of that. And I need to get rolling. So I'm hoping by the end of the week, I'll have it done. But, please let me know if you go so that our paths can cross. But
definitely, I would love that. URSA, or if you head out to IDEA, that's going to be in Vegas. Anywhere you head this way, definitely let me know as well.
Yeah, I usually try at the shows, at the conferences. I usually go like beforehand through the program to see who's been on the podcast, and I usually try to seek everybody out. So
good. Yes, if I get chosen for URSA, or even if I don't, but I go, I'll just definitely let you know. I'd love to meet you.
All right, that would be fantastic.
Thank you so much. If I can help more, thank you.
Congratulations again on your award. That's really exciting. I can tell you're really excited about that. So
we were psyched. We're so psyched. Thank you. And I really mean this. If I can help more in any way, you all don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to assist. Actually, I think the reason this originally started is you were looking for, I think, blog content or something. Are you still needing that?
Yeah, we could definitely use that. Yeah.
Is there any details of how can I help with that?
All right, let me email the person I should really let be in charge of that, and I'll tell her to her name is Mel, and I don't want to step onto her toes. So I will let her know that you're interested in that, and she will reach out to you and maybe get something set up or give you a topic or something along. You guys can figure that all out.
Perfect. I'm so happy to assist. Yes. Thank you all so much for this.
Okay, just making a little note here because well, I got glasses because my eyes are going, mine's starting to go.
Yeah, if it's not written down, it does not get done for me either, Dori. I totally hear you. And I think you have all my contact stuff and photo. You have all that stuff, right?
I do, because you filled out the guest form. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But
Perfect.
Billy, what year were you born? Just so I know what the bill is.
Oh, 1970. How about you?
Oh, okay. I'm 72. So
we're right there. We're right there.
Yeah, we're close. We're pretty close. So okay.
Exactly. That's Bill and Ted's, our connection.
Yeah. Wayne's World.
Oh my God. That is the exact comparison for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, Billy, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, because I think you're behind me and in like
you're
hours.
late. Yeah, it's bedtime for you almost.
This is usually when I do it, because again, JT's in Australia, so a lot of our conversations are like 8 o'clock at night, because for them then it's the next morning. So I'm kind of used to it. So
all right, well, thank you, Dori. Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too. Yep.
We'll hopefully see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.